On this episode, we explore the exciting world of benefits with Kendra and Laura from HR. Atlas All Access starts now. Okay, open enrollment started today.
Yes.
And so Kendra and Laura from HR are here to kind of help us out through navigating the process of health insurance and dental insurance and other things that we have available here at Atlas. So, okay, give me an idea what each one of you do, and then, so if somebody has questions, they know, I don't need to talk to Kendra, I need to talk to Laura or whoever. So from an open enrollment standpoint, talk about like, what has changed? What do you have to do? I believe that's you,
Correct.
Kendra, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so what has changed with our insurance first? And then what do you have to do if you already have our insurance, if there's anything like additional?
Okay. So with open enrollment, actually the best news is that the rates have not changed. So that's good. Yes. There's been no increase. The second thing is if you want to remain in the plans that you already have, you do not need to do anything. You can just sit back and relax, enjoy the holidays, and everything will carry over to the next year.
That's important. So if you, because a couple years ago, everybody had to re-enroll
Correct.
and it was a big
Brouhaha.
Exactly. So you don't have to do anything. If you have our insurance right now, you do nothing.
Correct. If you don't want to make any changes, you do nothing.
Correct.
Okay. So medical staying the same with Blue Cross Blue Shield, the high deductible plan or the PPO. Our dental provider is actually changing to MetLife, but the plan design will stay the same.
Okay.
So we have the with ortho or without ortho coverage.
So I have our insurance. We'll use me as an example.
Okay.
I have our dental insurance. Do I have to do anything?
Not if you want to keep the same plan. No.
So plan with ortho, without ortho mirrors what we have right now. You just
Yes.
move from the standard to MetLife.
That is correct.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Vision, no changes. So same thing, same plans and everything.
But as you get older, your vision does change. So
That
you
is correct.
probably should take advantage of the once a year. Is it once a year on the vision?
Yes, once a year you get your annual exam, and you can get, depending on the plan, you can get new frames every year or every other year, depending on the plan that you've picked. So
I'm every other year because I generally either scratch and or break my glasses. But it's usually every other year.
I've had the same frames for 7 years. So.
And go to one of these new places that has they don't have to puff the thing and they put the drops in your eye that make you all like dilate or whatever.
Yeah.
They have this weird where you like stick your head on this thing and you look at the picture and it runs a little camera over it
Yeah.
and you see green and then you can see the inside of your eyeball, which is
Yes.
super cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. The one thing though is sometimes those aren't covered. Yeah, if you do the digital thing. So you just gotta call the plan, call VSP, find out if it's covered. It's real easy.
Just call them.
Just call them. It's real easy.
And and your vision isn't affected for the rest of the day.
That's correct.
That's worth maybe the $10 or $15 or whatever it
That's
is. Just
correct.
to,
Yes.
So whatever.
That's right. So open enrollment starts today, or started today. It does end on the 14th, I believe. So you have
2 weeks.
until the 14th to make these changes. And if you don't make the changes now, you'll have to wait until the next open enrollment in order to make the changes, or if you have a qualifying event.
Which will be the next open enrollment is a year from now?
A year from now,
Or
right.
qualifying event is?
Marriage, birth of a child, divorce,
Gotcha.
separation, anything that causes a loss or gain of coverage.
So open enrollment to our current employees means if you're with us and you hadn't elected our insurance before, this is the chance to get in.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Time to do it.
Outside of those
Do not wait.
life-changing events. What do you call them? Whatever they call them?
Qualifying events.
Qualifying events.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
The other issue. I always say issues. It's never an issue.
Never.
But the other consideration is the open enrollment happening now is for medical, dental, and vision. We are having a second open enrollment that will start December 1st and run through the 13th, I believe.
Okay.
And that actually is for our voluntary products because we have had some changes to our life insurance, our accident, our hospital, etc. It'll be the same thing, whereas if you don't want to make any changes, you don't have to do anything. It'll just roll over. However, we have a little bit richer benefits because we changed from turning in for our accident and hospital insurance over to the standard. So we were able to bundle a little bit better benefits together.
Okay.
So right now with the voluntary life, the employees will be able to elect a little bit more life insurance than what we normally had as a cap. The guaranteed issue is going to go up to $100,000 instead of $50,000 for the employee, so that's good. Also, with the accident, it's going to pay per accident rather than just a flat where you had to pay a deductible and a co-insurance type of thing. It's actually going to be a payable amount per type of injury, which is a little bit better for everybody.
Gotcha.
Hospital is staying the same. The big changes, we're adding critical illness. So this would cover people who have kidney failure or a stroke or a heart attack, these major life events. They have a payable benefit out for that as well.
So the email on health and dental insurance went out today.
Yes. Today the email was received in your inbox. So make sure to check your inbox.
Now, will there be an additional email next month for the other services?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
if you go look in your email right now for this one, and then in a month you'll see another email for the additional services.
Correct. And we'll make it look a little bit different so that it doesn't seem
Gotcha.
like it's the same email, so there's no mistake. It'll look a little bit different.
Perfect. So, Laura, you know everything there is to know about actually enrolling.
Right.
Okay, so we've even done an HR Minute on that.
Yes,
So
yes.
for those of you that haven't seen our HR Minute, they're on YouTube, just like all the rest of our content. Here is the episode where we talked about enrolling.
My name is Laura Boehm, HR Administrator at Atlas MedStaff, and I am back with your HR Minute this week. We are going to be talking about how to enroll in benefits in ADP. So most of you already registered, and once you register, this will take you back to the page, the home page, and you'll see a pop-up that says Start Your Enrollment. You'll see a number, and that is how many more days you have to enroll. At the bottom, you'll see a little start button. Just click on that start button and that'll take you to the page to enroll in your benefits. If you don't see that pop-up box, there's two other options that you can take. If you go to the home page, go to the Myself tab, and then go to Benefits and Enrollments. That'll take you to the enrollment page, and there's a start button there that you can click to start your benefits. The other one is at the very top of the home page, you'll see a little mail box. And you'll just click on that mailbox. That'll activate a task, and you can click on that task and that'll take you to your benefits as well. So to start that enrollment, you'll click Start, and that'll take you to the enrollment page. There's two questions it'll ask you. One is if you want to change specifically things to your benefits, or the other one is if you want to go through step by step through each benefit. If you're doing this for the first time, I do suggest doing the step-by-step so you don't miss anything. If you're re-enrolling or a rehire and you already know what you want to change, just go to the other option. Once you click that, it'll take you to the next page, and on the left-hand side, you'll see tabs stating medical, dental, vision, and all the other benefits that we offer. So you'll want to click on the first one. That is an acknowledgement just stating that your benefits go month to month and you can't unenroll unless you have a life event. So just agree to that. That'll take you to the medical. And once you decide which benefit you would like to enroll in, you just click that, add your dependents, and then click next. You'll want to go through each tab. Make sure that everything you have enrolled in is correct. Once you've gone through each tab on the left-hand side, you'll go to the bottom, click Submit. That'll take you to the final steps. You'll have a step 2 that will have any waive reasons. So if you didn't pick a benefit, you'll just need to pick a waive reason. Pick whichever one applies or anything that applies. And once you have that filled, you'll want to make sure to click the Submit button. Sometimes we have people that don't click that submit button and that doesn't get processed to us. So just make sure you hit that submit button. Once you do, you will see a congratulations you have enrolled in benefits. You will also receive an email that says that you have enrolled in benefits. So if you didn't receive either of those things, then you'll need to go back and make sure that you submitted those benefits. And if you have any questions regarding your benefits or enrolling, just send us an email at benefits@atlasmedstaff.com. And this is your HR Minute.
All right, so in addition to what we just watched,
Right.
what else should they know about enrolling this time around for?
So if you've already registered, you don't need to register with ADP. You just need to remember your user ID and your login. If you do forget those, you can always click the forget ID, forget password. It'll send you an email to reset it, or you can request that from us as well. You can send it to either me, L. Bishop at atlasmedstaff.com, or hr@atlasmedstaff.com. If your account is locked, you would make sure to email us as well, because that just needs to be unlocked by us. And then any changes, I went through that in the video. So
Just make sure to hit the submit button.
yeah.
Very
Trying to
important
think what
to
else
hit the
that
submit button.
I think so. I think what to remember there, in addition to what you covered there in the HR Minute video, is that we have a dedicated HR email address for general questions.
Yes.
You guys are both available through email or phone if somebody has questions.
Right.
I'm just stuck here and I can't figure this out.
Right.
Yeah. Send us an email.
It's not working this time.
Right.
What?
Yeah,
right?
and the app, you won't be able to go through enrollment on the app.
You got to do it
so
on a laptop.
you do need to do it on a laptop. And you'll go to the website that we stated in the video, and you're gonna see kind of the same thing that you did when you register. So it, instead of saying your enrollment is available, it'll say open enrollment. You just click start, and it'll go through the process. You're going to see what you're already enrolled in. If you are enrolled stuff, you'll just need to make changes to that if that's what you're doing. So,
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay. Well, so this is a busy time of year for the HR department, benefits in general, but do not be afraid. Don't be afraid to reach out
Right.
and ask questions.
Right. And we also have the benefits at atlasmedstaff.com email as well. So
There we
benefits
go.
at atlasmedstaff.com.
Lots of email
and
addresses.
it's
Lots
a
of
deadline. It's a set date.
Yes.
So don't miss it.
Please
Correct.
don't.
There's no leeway on the date.
No.
Right.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And that's not just because we're jerks. It's just
No.
that's what they tell us we have, right? I mean,
Well,
that's
the carriers have to have time in order to process any new enrollments and get cards out to you. So if you want to make sure that you have your cards, because Blue Cross Blue Shield will be sending out new cards with new ID numbers. So they need that information. It's very important to get that information so that the carriers have time to mail you the cards, which also brings up the point to make sure that your address in ADP is current and correct, because that is what triggers the where the card is going to be sent.
correct.
So
And
want to
you
make
can
sure to
do that on ADP. So just
Yep.
submit a change of address, and we'll get that.
Can you do it through the app on your phone? Can you do that part through the app?
I think so.
Okay. We'll find out. Try it.
We'll find
and
out.
Let us know. So, in the end, though, don't be afraid to ask questions.
No, never.
Don't let it go past the 14th. Is that right? Don't try on the 15th because
No.
sadly we'll say
And
sorry,
if
it's
you're
over.
wanting to do this, start early, just in case you run into any issues.
Absolutely. Yes. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Never. Always feel free to reach out. Always
There you
happy
go.
to help.
All right, Laura, Kendra, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate our HR department very much here. So, we'll see you next week.